Happy Friday. Happy debauchery night. How's it going? I hope you're all having a good day and a most excellent night. I'm having a silly and functional evening. Oh, absolutely. A silly and functional evening. And by that I mean I am silly because it's debauchery night. It's Friday night, and Pappy and I have been not able to come and stream very often, and so I'm excited to be here tonight because we have a big reveal. Um, Remember I told you about all of those rumblings and how the gold golem was getting up and not digging gold anymore? Well, God, he digs gold now. And not only does he dig gold, he is just furiously just mowing through a tunnel over to where he was standing. So that means he's not just digging down anymore and kind of, languid anymore. He's digging straight over to where he was standing every day and where Pappy and I built a tower for him to stand on. Well, turns out that we get this is medieval times when we hear the trumpet blow. That means, uh-oh, shit has hit the fan. Or something fantastic is about to happen in this boring little world without TV and internet. So anyways, something fantastic happened in this little world without TV and internet. We have a Diamond Golem. She came up, that's what the rumbling was. She came up from below minus 55. So it took her 15 years to get up. And I don't know if you've seen the gold golem, but they're very giants and they're very slow. But one of the things that they do is like they'll take a big swipe like roar, and then up will come their pick. And when they do that, just piles and piles fall off, and then they'll go and take another one. So they move very slowly, but because they're so big, it's an enormous amount for us little people down here. Well, the diamond golem is the same, but it did take her 15 years. Um, it's a her. Yes, it's a her. She's so cool too. I've seen her. And one of the things that I'm probably going to do tonight is build a platform to get access to her. But I don't have really any plan. So I'm going to fly around first. Whoa. And I do this all the time. Hi, I'm Mammy Mushrooms. Welcome to the Mammy Mushrooms channel. This is debauchery night, where Pappy and I let loose a little bit and we build in creative mode and enhance our lore and our world. We do play in survival mode here. I get that question all the time, but not recently. So this is the bedding fields. And I did consider fighting a warden tonight or a couple of witches, but I didn't want to get my armor on. So I just went, eh. Someone requested a couple weeks ago for me to work on these. So I may swing by and work on these. I will show you. Ooh, that's a pretty deep hole down there. I will show you what we have. Oh, wow. This is from when we came in here in survival mode. So we first started playing in this game in survival mode, and we would hike from all the way up there. Like we'd sleep in the morning, and then we'd run as fast as we could down to here. And we would mine out this gold mine because it was just full of gold. It was great. It was so fun. And now I'm building condos here. So this is what I wanted to show you. These are all combined. Okay, so one mini castle goes multi levels, and this is, I guess you could call this the 4th level. And this one goes through, which will be a deck or observatory for looking over to here. I'm going to trim this little tree a little bit so you can actually observe and see down there. So you could sit up here with binoculars or spy scopes and watch all the people down there partying during the spring festival, or even, like right now during Saturnella, they would be down there with many bonfires, which I might go down and light some bonfires for that. Work on that a little bit. All of that needs to shift this way as well. It's kind of like a hodgepodge, but without the timer. I don't have any plan other than my king's unnamed castle, and maybe this because people have requested this. So let me go back through. And then on the next level down, again, this will be dug out, and you'll go through here. I'll put a light in here. And this will be at the level just beneath the deck of each house will have their own. And this will be into like a courtyard area where, of course, the tree will be trimmed. This will be brought out into a deck that comes right over the top of the crown. And so each mini castle there's really only 3 mini castles here. At first I was going to make a lot, like each level is going to be a different household, but then I decided nope. So the king's brother, Vilo, lives here. And we are extending our gratitude to him because he's the father of those twin West Nether West Witches, which are they're so powerful. They're like 6 months old, but they're sweethearts. They don't hurt anybody. Everybody's relieved about that. This one is going to be for the queen's mothers when they come to town. Her mom is actually pregnant with her seed father's child, which means it'll be a genuine blood relative. Sometimes there's a lot of half brothers and half sisters because seed fathers go all over in the South. They don't raise the kids. And so anyway, her moms are going to come and live in this one when this one is done. This one's just starting. I might work on that for a little bit. So all of this is going to be just nothing but waterfalls and glory and beauty in the same way that it is right here. So it's just going to be just water and ponds and really pretty. This will come out and come down here and drop down there. It'll be really pretty. Did I say it was going to be pretty? Okay, so, but tonight, for the beginning, I'm going to come back and work on this. But let's get let me show you what all the rumbling was that was going on. So this is the king's new castle. It's going to be called Newcastle. And I'm just working on this. And so we're going to come back and work on this. I incorporated a piece of pixel art that I did of a crown. I think this is on YouTube. If you want to make this, you can check this out on YouTube and copy it. And the crown is just the top of the king's new castle. This is just the entrance of the king's new castle. His castle's going to go way, way over here. This is just going to be his grand ballroom. And then the castle's going to come way out here to about where you see that tag. And then up here to a grand, Pappy doesn't know it yet, but I'm going to ask him to build me a very grand tower that looks like the king's old tower over here. So see how he has 3 towers here? But I want him to just build me one of these big towers there, if he will. So I'm going to ask him. It can be just like the king's tower here. It doesn't have to be done on an angle. But if it is done on an angle, then I can make a really cool water structure inside that angle. And so that's kind of what I'm hoping for. And so I'm going to ask him to have a final, that's Tauman's tower, by the way, where his 14-year-old son lives. And so I'm going to have him build the master tower right here. So it'll be a collaborative, which is a lot what Pappy and I do. And so the master tower will come out to about, let me see here. Yeah. It'll be on the top, it'll come out, and there'll be a grand deck that has probably a lot of horses. He likes horses. So that he can get up and down these mountains really quick. And so that on a clear day, he can view whatever's going on over here. Oh my, that's her. So this is one of the reasons why he wants, he'll probably end up having offices here as well. This is that a dog? Oh, it is a dog. That's so cute. So before I reveal her, let me show you the gold golem. So when I mean build a platform, this is what I'm talking about. When he first came out of the ground, he just came to the edge and stood there, and it freaked everybody else. It freaked everybody out because this was all like crumbling and falling into the sea. And the king ordered that to be built for him a stable platform. And when he did that, he began shoveling his gold into the king's crates and the king's rail carts. And ever since then, the king became the wealthiest king in all the kingdoms. So this is the gold golem, and he's been here for like 9 years. 9 or 10 years. And you know, this has just been completed up here. This is where we wanted him protected, you know, protected. And so he stands here during the day, and then at night he goes down in his little hole and he digs up gold and he brings gold out. And he's done this for the last like 8 years, ever since the platform was finished. And let him watch me. See him watch me. And so he'll stand here until night, and then he'll go dig. But about a month ago, 5 weeks ago, he just stopped that. And instead of digging at night, he would stand here at night and march over here during the day. And stand over here, and he just stopped digging gold. So he would go from one place to the other. The king had counsel and decided that maybe he wants to live here now. Maybe he wants to stand here and look out over this ocean, because that's what he would do. He would just come here and stand, and he wouldn't dig any gold. And so the king had this platform built for him. And one night, there's, after about probably 6 months of rumbling now, there was a big burst. And loud explosions, and you could hear clunk, 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 clunk. You could hear the dog bark. That's a dog. And he went back to his platform, and she came and stood here. Oh, hello. She likes me. Look at her. She likes me. She's following me too. I want to call her Helga. Don't ask me why. We don't know her name. She doesn't speak to us just like the gold golem doesn't speak to us. It's kind of windy here, so I'm really having trouble flying around. Or you see these clouds? Oh, look how cool she is. Anyway, this is what developed overnight out of, oh my god, yes it is, out of this hole, just like the gold golem. She came up from the depths. The depths. Dragon frickin' diamonds behind her. And look at, she's just like the gold golem. She doesn't care. Oh, and she has copper too. Oh, she's a copper queen as well. So the king couldn't be more pleased. Look at her pickaxe. How cool is that? It's so high here that you can't even get out of the clouds. Wow, look at that. What's in here? Oh, that's right. I'm told, do I want to see? Oh, thank goodness. I'm told that she keeps like the zombie horses and zombies in here, and that she just pulls one out every once in a while and just eats them. I mean, look at her. She's vicious but beautiful. Look, she's following me, but she's not mean at all. And not, look at her eyes. She's just following me. She's like, hey, what are you doing? Look at her. So I'm going to show you how to build these eyes tonight so that you could build them. And that's if I just am not too debauched and I can remember how. So trailing behind her was this little feller. And oh, what? Vortex, we think. And oh my gosh, were we surprised about this guy. And the reason why is because this dog has bones that have emeralds in them. And he obviously has a hat that is a, what are these things called? Where you can go in and dig. Feed it and you can dig. You can dig really, really fast with this. And he has it on his head. Follows her around. So wherever she goes, she's just swiping shit like butter. Like butter. Is the way that it was explained to me. He's a great mutt. And look at his tail. This cracks me up every time I see it. It's a freaking diamond tipped tail. So every time he wags his tail, he's swiping shit like butter too because he's wearing the hat. So he follows her around crunching in the bones. Oh, it's just awesome. Everybody at 5B is in glee, glee, glee. They're drinking King's Mead, which is high-fame mead. Gets you really high, but in a good way. Hello, Helga. I know her name's not Helga. she's she's a little irritated with me, I think. It's just a little irritated with me. Fly, get away from me. Okay, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. So anyways, this is our gold golem, and we just are absolutely thrilled. We love her. We love her red fingernails. And look at this. She's a native. I mean, look, she has pit hair. She's got freaking pit hair, man. So of course, that made us wonder. It's debauchery night. It's debauchery night. It's the only night I can look up the skirt. Oh, look, she's got a bush. Oh, she's got a bush. Okay, we'll give her some privacy. We're not peepers. Oh, yes, we are. Let's go around the backside and see what. Let's see. We're just thrilled for this thing, you know. Oh, look at. Oh, she's beautiful. Oh, she had a little butthole, too. She's a little butthole. All right, we'll stop looking up her dress. Hey, we had to look up the golem and look at his business, so we got to look up hers, too. Look at her diamond pickaxe. Super cool. I love how she has, like, oh, this lapis. Oh, of course. Lapis is such a byproduct of digging. Yeah. I love how she has, though, like, if she's got a skirt like this with this kind of design on it that matches the terrain of the biome that she's in, it makes me wonder if there are other golems that have, you know, the terrain of where they're at. And if you stay in one place long enough, will they come up too? Because the king and queen have been here for... Okay, I'm leaving. See ya. Look at her watch me. So eventually I'll put, I think, water in these. Or actually, there'll be a top on this to protect her, because we want to, obviously her hair's blowing like crazy. We need to protect her from the elements. And what I will be working on, if I work here today, I don't know, she's kind of giving me the eye for looking up her skirt, is access to her via some stairways. That's pretty cool. And from the stairway down to here, you'll be catching a rail, because they need some way to transport all this gold. And the rail will take you along these towers, so we'll build more of these towers as supports for the rail. And they'll come up over this mountain. And we haven't decided yet whether we're going to swing the rail in front of or behind. Most likely behind, coming around this mountain right here and going into 5B's El Banco, basically where all the gold and everything is kept, is in this mountain here, or will be in this mountain here. So this is the actual entrance, but this is where you'll port up to. And so I need to work on this as well. I need to build ports basically that come all the way around here and come into there. And inside here, so if you want to know how to build this, you'll have to watch my hardcore stream from, not the last one, but the one before. If you look close, you could figure it out. So you'll come in here, register, of course, and then past guards, you'll come into here where this will all be dug out. I mean, all be dug out, and it'll also go down into pretty grand structure, huh, for a bank. So there's a big natural opening and cave in here, so we'll for sure hit that as we dig in and come down. And many of the goods will be, you know, buried down in the deep dark, and it'll all get dug out, just like the secret city. And you're like, secret city? I don't know what you mean by secret city. What's the secret city, mammy? Well, the secret city sits beneath Castle Fasanelli's castle. And Castle Fasanelli's castle is way out here. Yonder, Yorksville. Yorksville is the peasant village that settled when King York founded 5B, and that's 5B up there. And over the years, especially after the Gold Golem, the peasant village has grown. And in addition to the peasant village growing, there's a meat trader had to be brought in. And this is his land right here. And his name is Castle Fasanelli. And he specializes in meat, beef. And he especially specializes in these little moo cows. Moosh cows. And so Khazar has the secret city. And so when I just showed you that bank, it'll be something like this, to where you will walk down and it will open up into a majesty of light and space. Now this is Castle Fasanelli's animal, it's where he keeps his animals and does veterinary medicine here. This is where he hauls them in and does a bunch of vet stuff. And then this is where they're cared for afterwards. Now, I think this is where Pappy, did you dig through this one? Was this the one where you dug through and made an exit? I think it was where the dudes were at, where the librarians were at. So these librarians in here, their whole job, and then all their assistants, is to just simply, yeah, there's the door, is to simply read and study and then transcribe and duplicate what Castle Fasanelli discovers in his veterinary medicine. So it's just going to build and build and build and build. And pretty soon he's going to move these guys out of here, because this is really just a place for animals recovering from a hospital. So Pappy dug this out. And the reason why we dug this out is because this takes Castle Fasanelli to this area here, which is beautiful little water area that can be incorporated to go into his secret city and bring in big game from out here. Float them in. So we'll have a big shipyard here. There's this. We went in on the other side of his castle here. And we just went underneath him. And so this is why it's a secret city, because you would never know it's there. Not a clue. This little teeny tiny barn out here couldn't possibly be the entrance to something magnificent, but it is. And then this is Clothier Island, where all the women live. And I might work here too. I have things to do here. But there is one more entrance to the secret city, because many, many of the women that work here work in here helping Khazar in the secret city. So here's the secret city right here. So you can get in on this side as well. It's a little entrance right here. And in fact, there's so many people working here now that I gotta show you let's see if I can find the kitchen. And by the kitchen I mean where everybody lunches. Oh, it's over here. Check this out. Excuse me. Coming through. Look at how massive of a lunchroom they have to have in here now. It's just crazy how many people work here. And there's so many little passageways now in here that Peppy and I have created that I can't even remember them all. And we have little escape ports everywhere. So one of these days we're going to have to map it out. It's getting so big that I'm forgetting. We've been working on this place, obviously, for years. What? Oh, I need to heal this golem. He's hurting. So you heal golems by that, but you make golems. Hello? Where's the one I gotta heal? So let's go heal him. So you heal these guys with iron. Brand new parts. How about you guys? Doing good? Oh, you could use a pump up. Oh. Tied ones, they get beat up. Look at him. They get beat up. Pretty bad. He's on his last foot. And iron's easy to come by, especially if you go to an iron mountain. Okay. Oh boy. I'm going to sneak in here and heal. So these guys are in quarantine. Last time I came down here, they had the moosh cows. Looks like they've got the brown cows now in quarantine. You're not supposed to go in there. And it also looks like they have a couple of escapees over here. I don't know how they got out, but if they're not careful, they're going to end up on these plates, and that might be the whole point of why they're out anyways. So, to get a golem, let's just say you're in survival mode, and you need a golem fast. Save your iron, baby. Bam. Golem made. Yeah, in case you didn't see that again, I'll show you one more time. Let's go over here and make a golem over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you have a golem. Hello, baby. Mwah. Yeah. So, okay. So out we go. Go back out here. And let me drop this stuff off. Wow. What's that? Oh, it's just in the lay. How cute. I love their little insignia for it. So this is that little barn. And you can get down there from Kazar Fasinelli's house as well. There's a little skylights so that you can get air pockets and vents coming down from there because there's so much activity down there. These keep the cows from coming into the house but still allow you to go through. And inside Kazar's castle, this is where he does all his business. He has access right here to, and this is something I want to work on and expand. It's pretty scary, but here's his access. And here we are again at the operating station. This is where they anesthetize. They put the anesthetizer in there. They let the water run in there, and basically it puts the animal to sleep. And so Pappy's idea was, oh man, if we could bring in more animals on ships, because it's really hard to get these animals in here to begin with, then we could bring them in, put them in a different quarantine, and then get them in here quicker. And so that's something that he and I have been talking about. How can we do that? Okay, so I'm going back out via Kazar's house. Oh, falling. All right. Hop, hop, hop. See what I mean? How we need some stairs here. At a minimum, we need stairs, but we for sure need light. And so this is his lower level. This is just where he does business. And out we go over to the unnamed castle. This is mine and Pappy's castle. The king has gifted us this land, title, and this is all for us. Me and him. We're going to live in it. And this is the entrance. Backside. It's pretty unfinished still, but it looks magnificent even already. And it looks over the flower fields, which are minimal at this point. I'm going to expand on those, so I'll probably work on this today as well. And in addition, we have our sunflower field, and this is something I showed last time I streamed, but it's worth showing it again. Peppy and I burnt down a tower that used to exist here. It was a raider tower. And we completely demolished it. As you see, there is not a single bit of it left. But these guys still spawn constantly while I'm here. And as long as you're making golems and you keep them healed, they are supplying you with a constant supply of arrows, potions, if you're playing in survival mode. And if you whack them while the golem's killing them, you get experience points. And they just keep spawning over and over again, no matter how many times the golems annihilate them, no matter how many times there's nothing here. As long as I'm here, they'll just respawn like they do at if there was a raider tower here. So, if you want to make arrows, then and get weapons, mostly arrows. Like I use infinity on my bow, but oftentimes my bow runs out and I have to use arrows, and oh my god, do they run out fast. I use the arrow a lot. And so these guys just walk the sunflower fields day and night. And when I'm here working, the raiders just spawn over and over again. So this is a place I'm going to work. There's another one, see? So this story goes on 24/7. Ooh, a flag. Yes. Oh, I lost the flag. How did I not? He took the flag. Oh, there it is. And the only thing is you do gotta heal them because they will take damage, especially if you only have one. So what's the solution to that? Oh, two. It has to be a carved pumpkin head, not lit. What? Oh, that's not. That's sorry. I need a block of iron, not quartz. Don't ask me why that didn't have. What happened to it? Bam, another one. Let's make one more so that we got at least 3 here. And, you know, iron comes relatively easy. So, golems are easy to make. In hardcore, you know, or survival mode building. Next one I do, it'll be the first thing I do, is just surround myself with golems when I'm weak. Because I could stand basically in safety and mine in a relatively safe area and get enough iron to just make a bunch of golems around me until I'm, you know, until you get stronger. Take them with you down to mine, you know, put a leash on them and take them with you everywhere that you go. All right. This is another place I have to work on. I need to turn this into basically teenage kids' boy girl room. Like, think Brady Bunch, but medieval days. These guys as kids are growing up big, and currently they live, or they have them sleeping in these tiny little spaces in here, and they are growing up fast. Same thing on the other side. They don't have as many kids, but so over here's the wheat fields that these people use in their baking. They bake the bread for the king and for 5B, basically for the kingdom. Everybody else has to bake their own bread, but they often sell, you know, they live in this community, they know what it's like. So right here, I'm gonna probably work here too, because we need, oh gosh, basically this whole thing cleared out and nothing but wheat fields here. There's the secret city right down there, I think. Yes, over in there is the secret city. So this is part in development. I don't know what it'll be yet. Something to do with animals, of course. And the meal that these two work at, this is a brother and sister team, and they have their family here, is over here. And this is someplace I desperately need to work, is in the office. So here's the office for Bastiana, which is the sister that runs this bakery. And this is going to be a little storage place because, you know, they need lots of storage for flour and stuff like that. And then Bastian, who runs basically the stamp mill in this area, he's got plenty of storage, but he could use an update in lighting. It's really dark down here, and dark means dangerous. And this is a stamp mill. I've showed this before, but in case it's the first time you're seeing it, you want to know how to build this, You can find this on YouTube where Pappy shows you how to build this alternating random stamp mill. And the grains get put in here. They get lifted out of the bin. The grains get put on here. Drop, drop, drop. Then they get stamped. Crush, 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 crush. Coffee beans for the king's coffee in the morning. Looks like there's a shutdown right now. Let's see what's going on. Oh, there we go. They're starting to move again. There we go. And then you reach in. This is the dangerous part of it, but it is medieval. They reach in with a paddle and they push the coffee grinds into the bin. And flour and everything else. This looks like, yeah, this looks like this side is coffee. And it gets filled up in these bins. And then it gets put on this little transport. And this little transport goes up here into this little area where these guys are creating. I'm not sure what these guys are creating actually. It looks like some form of radiation, but it has to do with baking and making. Oh, that's a honey pot. So they, you know what? It looks like they're making little tiny candies or something. Oh, of course they're little festival guys. They're making candy. How cute. So after they put everything up in here. Oh wow. No, that is a good look. I wish I could take a screenshot and keep it, but I've already taken, for some reason, I don't know if y'all have this problem. I can only take one screenshot and have it uploaded to my phone now per session. I want him to turn though, and then I'm going to try. It's not turning. So anyways, you get the stuff loaded up. See, he's going that way to load up. He'll make a route that will go down, load up stuff when he comes back around. Then out they head. Where they head depends on what product is going where. This is the meathery. And there's no work to do here. It's just fascinating to come in here and look. So this is probably one of the most important places. This is where they make the mead for 5B. Everything is flavored with different potions and tubed up into there, sucked over and then pushed down into here, and then it's heated for quite a while. It's boiled or bubbled or gurgled. And everybody does their job really well in here. Everybody knows exactly what they're doing. Any distortion from what needs to be taken. Oh, there must be an issue down here. Are you alright, sir? You okay? No, he says. I'm not okay. No. What's the matter? Can I help you? There we go. Oh, come on. Let me help you out. Oh, you're welcome. Let's just go ahead and block that. There we go. So just like that. Oh, see, he's upset because he's supposed to have been watching this. Oh, and look. It's missing its little... Oh, he's got some work to do. I guess they're all like that. They drop down. Oh, that's so cute. So, where do they get all the honey from? From out there. See it? Look at how full everything is. Ooh, yeehaw. I don't know if you've ever gotten honey from a tree or from these things, but you put a fire underneath it and then you can just go up to it with a glass bottle and you can take it and they won't attack you. So our mead comes from the honey made from every single tree available in 5B. This mead here, ick, ick. I don't like it at all. It's to me it's just the grossest thing. You know who likes this? The dudes in the meat cutting place. This stuff tastes like the weakest beer you could ever imagine that somebody pissed in. What is that called? Anyway, one of the best beers, one of the best beers, right here. Whew. The mead made from these things is bright and shiny and clear, and oh my god, it's got to be like 8 or 10% alcohol. It is just knock you on your ass good. But the king's prize mead, what everyone comes to 5B for, is this apiary here. Can't let those bees out. This is hyphae honey. And this is probably the most valuable hive in most of the lands. I don't think there's one that even matches it. The honey from here gets taken and turned into hyphae mead, and that's mycelium mead if you are unfamiliar with mushrooms. And mycelium mead, whoa, it's so good. Everybody loves it. Everybody's happy. Nobody fights on mycelium mead. People are lively and happy and interested in things like food and science and spirituality. It's not like alcohol where you drink and everybody wants to just beat the shit out of each other. It's very different. All right. What the hell are you doing, you might ask? I'm creating a pattern and I'm using the lights to do it because I'm replacing this dark floor with this lighter floor, and I'm just making a pattern. And at first I just started out in the corners so that we could come together in the middle as evenly as possible. This was difficult, and then in addition it has to turn, so you can see that it turns here. And it will turn here. We'll make the changes here so that there is that disconnection and change there. So this is a place that I need to work. There's so much shit to do here at 5B. This is Babivera Towers. Babivera is the skin peddler of 5B, and that's what she looks like. She's magnificently beautiful, and she works in these towers and owns these towers. The king gave her this land. This is a lifetime position for her. And in here is where she works with the king and queen and their family. This is exclusive for them. Basically, they could stay in here for weeks if they wanted. Has everything that they need up here. And of course, they're completely safe. This is one of the safe rooms that they use should they be invaded. And this is her private room. This is where she sojourns at night and studies and spends time listening to a lot of music. And from what I hear, she loves to play drums herself. These places here, we haven't even worked on them yet. We're look at this place. Empty. And this is where the peasants are supposed to come in. Haven't worked on it yet. This place over here, it's not completely empty, I don't think. Oh, it sure is. Empty. So I might work here. Lots has to be done here. These things have to be turned in to this, to these magnificent spaces that you would never even really think of are here. It's all owned and operated by her. She's so pretty. This is King Jorg himself in full armor. Whew. He's a powerful man. And now with the Diamond Golem, it makes sense that he's got diamond armor. It was almost fortuitous. It was almost told. There's the tiny little mini castles that we were looking at. Give you some perspective to how big this arena is. Here's the queen herself, Queen Vincenza. She just gave birth to identical twin daughters about 4 months ago. And here's the dragon that killed her brother. Very sad. Very, very sad. And that rail goes to his brother, which is the dragon that I've been practicing fighting so that when I play in my hardcore, I know how to kill the dragon. So coming up here now, this was the Queen's kitchen. It is now the laundry for 5B. This is the Queen's private apartments right here. All of this belongs to her. It's here's her swimming pool. Her office is here too, and it'll stay that way. This is the Allay Tower. The Allays live here in this section here. This is the meditation tower where you go in and you can meditate and heal. It's very healing. This is the tower that warps you to the nether. This is the tower that the witch Digley lives in, along with the 8 or 10 guards required to keep her maintained and safe. We can peek in at her because I'm being creative. She won't kill me. Oh, she's... Oh, God, it's like she knew I was coming. She's freaky. She's kept under guard night and day, but she came here voluntarily to help the king address zombified children. Down here is the royal... Oh, it's a zombie horse doing down here. This is where they keep all the families. This is Dragon Cane and High Chief. These are the king's horses. These are the fastest, highest jumping horses in, well, basically all the lands right now. This one here is Pink and Cloud's Fluff, which are Princess Kara's childhood horses. These guys are they're getting pretty old. They'll probably be put out to pasture soon. And these ones here are the foals, are the horses that are having babies. And these are the cats that are kept here to keep the mice away. And this is a little kind of a little area that they take ponies in sometimes and groom them and work with them and keep them contained and start to train them. Wow, got a lot of loose horses down here. This is an escape route for the king, actually. So he can come down from his tower, run down these stairs, jump on the friendly ghast, and come here, honey. Come get me. Come on. There we go. Jump on the friendly ghast. You can even get your weapons out. You could fling weapons at intruders. So you can guide her. I'm steering her at this point. But I don't know how far away she'll go from where she was. That's cool. Yeah. So we're moving. We're floating. That's cool. Alright, I'll get off of her. See you later, honey. It's kind of nice to have these things used to freak me out. And this is the king's north crown. So the king was supposed to be king of the northern lands when his father died. And instead he came here to 5B, and that's the story that tells that story. This big upheaval. This right here, this waterfall right here, is another escape area. It was put here for Princess Kara because there was a time when, before the gold golem, when they didn't have very much money, that people and zombies came up from the nether and kidnapped many royals, and especially children of, royal or not, and they would take them down there and basically just wear them to the bone until they died, and then come back up and get more children and force them to work in the nether. And then the women, they would take and rape them and make them have nether babies. And that's how actually we have West Nether, West Witches, but that's a whole different story. So this is Princess Kara's escape route. It goes better in a boat. It's designed perfectly to just float down in a boat, but you could also run it. You can see I'm running pretty fast. And so to quickly escape the way up in the towers, she can run out of her tower, which is where we were just at, and come down in here. And boat. This is all just in a boat, and it'll happen. This boat goes pretty fast down here. I'll fly. Boat. And here we are in the secret city. But we're on the other side. I didn't really show you this side. So, looks like a little spa for these guys. Yeah, it looks like a little spa. And so this is the other side, a rail, and then she gets out of her boat, hops on the rail. Look how fast she goes. This is get this princess out of here, man. Stops here, she jumps out, she runs just to where I showed you before. Pappy's little exit there. You never know, would you? She runs in there. Go, girl, go. She's gonna be safe, you just know it. Boom. And here she is, outside with a boat waiting to take her away out over the ocean, away from 5B. And so in seconds or minutes, we're going to show you how far we came. So she came out that door, and the inundation happened at the castle. And she boated out of that down the mountain right there underneath the secret city. underneath Khazar Fascinelli's, and then we shot her out of there with a cannon with that rail. And that's what the king did just for Princess Kara, because of the threat to her when, you know, when they were, it was really bad. I mean, really bad. They lost thousands of children. And they would kidnap royals and hold them for ransom. And many times the royals didn't survive, you know. And if they were female, oh, well, forget that. Okay, so this is the top of her private chambers in Kara's tower. So this is basically where she grew up. Sitting very lonely at the top of a tower in which she could only go out and look at things like this, because it was required that from the age of like 5 that she live near her father so that he could keep an eye on her. So her private chambers were up here. This is still where she comes when she's in town. And this is her private dining area, a lounging area, I guess you might call it, for entertainment. Once again, still trapped, but she can look at the horses, which she loves. There's her father's tower, which is not going to be her father's tower anymore. This is all turning into the queen's towers. This is where the king meets every morning with his entourage and discusses what's going to happen every day. But this is where the king sits with his family and they have their private meals. Oh, like that cute little crib. You're going to need 2 of these. They were thinking they only needed 1. And it's pretty dark in here too, isn't it? Let's fix that. That's better. Still dark right here. Still dark right there. And so the princess lives over there in that tower. The king lived over there. Still does. They're building the new castle. And this is where Talman lives, which is basically the prince, the one who will inherit this entire kingdom someday. He has great apartments, doesn't he? He gets to spy on people all day long. He runs up and down here. I can't tell you how many times he gets grounded for doing this. But he's got a great spot. His private chambers are all the way up here. This is his space. He's quite studious boy. He's very smart, and you can tell he's going to make a great king someday. So he gets to look at the betting fields, but most important, he gets to stand here and watch the Coliseum events. And he is a huge fan of the Coliseum events. I mean, he just can't live without them. In today's day, that'd be like a huge sports fanatic. So, unfortunately, that'll seal his fate one day too. Here is the courtyard in which he's allowed to play in and practice his archery. His father set this up for him at the argument with the queen, his mother. But he's so good that he very rarely has one fly past. And he often comes out here at night and just practice. So the queen no longer, I mean, he's had this since he was like 9. And she was like, "You'll shoot your eye out." The king's like, "I've had one since I was 8. He'll be fine." And he never shot his eye out. So this is the king's courtyard here. This is his private retreat, which is just off of his private bed. So you can see that the king and queen sleep very far away from each other. This is where the king sleeps. Queen is way over there. Way, way, way over there in that castle over there. Even though they have not, the most romantic daily routine, they love each other immensely. And they get together quite often. So that's why she just had twin babies. So these are the apartments that they all stay in when the coliseum events are going on. So it's easy to watch. And this is where we run the gauntlet. The gauntlet is a specified game that we play that you start naked. And look, I'm naked. Well, I got my wings. I'd have to take them off. But it's a timed event. And it's kind of like what's that one that we used to watch, Pappy, where they would Ninja. It's like Ninja. American Ninja. It's a lot like that, I guess. They have to do a lot of it's good practice. For instance, everywhere that you see green creepers, you need to complete the reader board. So right here, creepers 10. I need to kill 10 creepers. So if I go back here and I flip this switch, it's going to pop a creeper out. There he is. And I need to kill 10 of those. So I can either pull the switch 10 times and then kill him, or I can go one at a time. Now he's not coming at me right now because I'm in creative mode, but in survival mode and naked, that's one of the most dangerous things you'll see. However, this is something you're just going to have to start with, because this one, 4 witches. Yeah, I ain't starting there. And it's a timed event, and there's like penalty for hoglins 10. Oh crap, I'm gonna need some better armor. What is this one in here? Oh, and see, they just go on and on. And so you have to complete each and every station. Here are the rules. Complete each station, defeat all mob. Must pull from 5 different dropper stations. Those are dropper stations. Anytime you see that green thing, it means you could get a golem. Golems are always helpful. There's no sleeping. You can't sleep at all, even if it lasts like 90 minutes. Which means if you stay fighting for more than 3 nights, you're going to have to contend with the angels of death as well. And it'll take forever. You have to ride the rail once. And, that means you get in it, you ride this around, it'll go around the track, which is kind of fun. You can, it doesn't ride that fast, but it rides fast enough that you probably won't get caught by any mob. And, you have to, if you destroy the creeper pinatas, which are those things over there, that's minus 50 seconds off your time. The time ends when you hit the fireworks display, which is up there. You can't go up there until the very end. Every time you die, it's plus 3 minutes. If you decide to sleep because those darn angels of death are chasing you, which you're going to have to do, that's plus 10 minutes to your score. Yeah. So we haven't run it yet because we just did this remodel, but I'm jonesing to run it. And if my tinctures hadn't kicked in already, I would run it tonight. But another time. And as a matter of fact, I think I'm not going to build it all. I think I'm just happy giving you guys the tour that you got. And I'm going to say, c'est la vie. Sit here at the king's place. Ah, wasn't it cool looking at the golem? She's beautiful. Uh, so I'm sorry I haven't streamed for a couple of weeks, and I'm sorry I'm quitting so early. But truly, my tincture's kicking in, and I've got to go. So have a wonderful Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Hey, guess what? If all goes well, we will have a little baby cricket slash Tiffany chicken born. And if all goes really well, we'll have more born on Christmas. And we have 6 scheduled to be born on New Year's Eve. So we might have a New Year's Eve baby chicken. Not a baby chicken. In case you don't know, I like chickens. And Peppy does too. And if you've never had a backyard chicken egg, ho 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 ho. Give me a kiss. Cheek. Cheek. You ain't lived until you had a backyard chicken egg. Have a good night. Bye.